When it comes to the fast pace of fashion, it can be hard to keep up. Still, 2020 promises such a diverse lineup of looks, you're bound to fall in love with at least one of these trends. We've tapped industry experts and runway reports for the looks that will dominate in 2020. Short suits, specifically Bermuda short suits, are expected to be everywhere this year. After reviewing trends from over 100 fashion shows, Harper's Bazaar noted, putting a twist on the classic suit, designers from Bottega Veneta to Chloe to Givenchy embrace the Bermuda short suit for spring. Part 9 to 5, part California cool meet the next wave of the bike short trend. But the outfit isn't just for warm weather. A knee-high boot takes this look straight into fall, and the accompanying boxy-style blazers give off a distinct 90s vibe, just like Julia Roberts' red pantsuit in Pretty Woman. In 2015, Bustle proclaimed their hatred for the look, writing, "This should not have been the outfit Kit DeLuca saw Vivienne in for the first time since her big shopping spree.
You clean up real nice.
Sure don't fit in down on the boulevard looking like you do, not that you ever did."
Well, thanks.
But oh, how times have changed. Just like mom jeans, Bermuda short suits have emerged from the 90s with a vengeance, and they are here to slay. Designer and creative director Luis Escudero expects both horizontal and vertical stripes to be popular fashion trends in 2020. He told Insider that vertical stripes will be especially favored because they, quote, flatter any body type, especially in photos.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
If you're not sure how to incorporate stripes into your current wardrobe, fashion stylist Genevieve Arola has a simple rule of thumb. She told Good Housekeeping, 2 is the max amount of prints or brights to mismatch. Like stripes with florals or lavenders with grays, don't add a third. The man repeller, Leandra Medine, told Glamour that stripes and leopard prints is an especially safe combo. It's also entirely possible to mix horizontal and vertical stripes together to create a stunning ensemble.
I've always been fascinated by things that are a little bit offbeat.
In its Spring 2020 Fashion Trend Report, Women's Wear Daily revealed, designers paired sequins, metallics, and glitter with simple silhouettes, creating understated yet bold looks that offered effortless ways to do high-shine wear. From shorts to slip dresses to pantsuits to gowns, you don't have to reserve metallics for a special occasion. Of course, there's a strategy to working the look into your closet. Stitch Fix fashion stylist Jennifer M. explained, as a rule of thumb, metallic hues like gold, rose gold, and bronze pair best with warm colors and earth tones, while silver, gray, and gunmetal metallics look spot on with cooler tones like navy blue. Hot pants are coming back, y'all.
Oh, you're sweet.
The short shorts fashion trend first took off in the 1950s, when, according to reports, they were considered a, quote, disgrace to humanity. But hot pants just wouldn't be stopped. And they're once again having a moment. Harper's Bazaar noted, hot pants staged a triumphant comeback on the Spring 2020 runways, from itty-bitty knit shorts at Hermes and Ferragamo, to denim cutoffs at Rag & Bone and spandex at Brandon Maxwell. For those who'd rather ease into Daisy Duke status, Chanel styled the looks with black tights. Saddle up your horses. Fashion stylist Courtney Sharp confirms that Western wear is back.
Show me how to do it, girl. Okay.
Sharp told Stylecaster that this year it's all about the cowboy boots, adding, I think we're going to see cowboy boots a lot more, especially in the summer. For warm weather, Sharp recommends rocking those Western-style boots with a simple or flirty dress. And you can even experiment with neckerchiefs. Lauren Edelstein, style director at Shopbop, told Good Housekeeping they're bold, bright, and eye-catching too, but feel a little more special, and bonus points if you pick a vintage one. Peplum dominated the early 2010s before going into hibernation, but ever since the fashion trend began to re-emerge in 2018, it's only been picking up steam. Luis Escudero told Insider that he expects the style to be a huge fashion trend in 2020. He explained that the unique cut can, quote, flatter and hide any imperfections, and he expects the style to pop up on everything from tops to evening gowns. Harper's Bazaar also noted the prevalence of peplum skirts on the 2020 runway. But no matter how you wear the trend, you can be sure it'll be on point. Celebrity stylist Emily Sanchez told Insider that leather is going to be everywhere this year, and we're going to be seeing it in almost every color.
Who's your mommy?
My mommy?
But while you may think of leather as cold weather apparel, Harper's Bazaar revealed that spring leather was a top fashion trend on the 2020 runway, writing, the material was spotted on spring 2020 runways from New York to Paris, in just about every form, from colorful jackets at Coach 1941 and Bottega Veneta to skirts and pants at Marni and Alexander McQueen. But if you think the leather look is only for the runway, the outlet claims anyone can slay in a leather skirt and jacket combo. The puff sleeve fashion trend isn't exactly new, but it is expected to have an exceptionally poofed-out year in 2020. Emily Sanchez told Insider, the trend has been growing for the past few seasons, but seems to continue to have interesting iterations on the runway. Puff sleeves will also know no bounds for 2020. According to Sanchez, some styles will be more structured and architectural, while others will be more delicate and flowing. Whichever iteration you try, there's a pretty good chance you'll look amazing. Celeb stylist Nicole Chavez explained to USA Today that such sleeves offer a, quote, very feminine form.
It's more exquisite than any dress I could ever have imagined.
Renowned stylist Erin Walsh also told the outlet, "It's just kind of flattering on most women. It makes you look more proportional and thinner. Volume in the arms kind of helps the rest of the story out. I think it's a good hack, in fact. It's time to take that macrame hanging off your wall and wear it." Samantha Brown, a celebrity stylist based in New York City, told Insider that she expects the late 1960s trend of crocheted clothing to be popular once again.
Katya's like, we should wear macrame.
The trend may sound odd at first, but don't worry, it doesn't look anything like your grandma's doilies. Fashionista reported that a variety of designers debuted crocheted looks on the spring 2020 runway. From Kate Spade, New York to Stella McCartney, you're bound to find a flattering way to rock the trend this year. Forget wimpy florals for spring. Women's Wear Daily Spring 2020 Trend Report revealed that from Marc Jacobs to Prabal Gurung, bright, bold floral patterns were blooming all over the runway. But wearing a bold trend like this takes some mastery. Thankfully, fashion designer Salwa Owens provided some easy tips to keep in mind. As a rule of thumb, she says, choose florals with flowers that are no larger than your handspan. Think anything between 3 to 5 inches per flower. Owens also advised not wearing oversized clothing in bold florals, unless she says you're a, quote, Olsen twin or a tarot card reader from the 90s. Neon was an underlying theme on the spring 2020 runway, according to Harper's Bazaar. Designers like Christopher John Rogers and Tom Ford debuted a literal rainbow of bright, solid neons, making vibrant hues a major fashion trend this year. Rogers told WWD,
I love the possibilities of fashion. I love the optimism of fashion. While you're alive, you might as well just suck it up, or you might as well have some fun.
Adding neon to your wardrobe might not be for the faint of heart, but your streetwear neon doesn't have to be as bright as those runway creations. Celebrity stylist Erica Cloud admits that bright neon colors like fluorescent green can be a little intimidating. She told Who What Wear, I suggest just leaning right into it and getting a little monochromatic and tonal. I think about color a lot because I think it actually loans to confidence. People are scared of it until they put it on. The next time you see a neon blouse or skirt hanging on the rack, maybe give it a shot. You may just find that neon is your new black. Designer Misha Nunu confirmed what fashion has dictated for decades, telling NBC's Today, a white shirt is absolutely crucial for every woman's wardrobe. I believe there truly is nothing more universal than a simple white collared button-down shirt. It's true that a classic button-down is one of the most versatile garments in anyone's closet, but traditionally, white shirts have needed some oomph. Thankfully, that's not the case with 2020's white button-downs. Women's Wear Daily revealed, designers took the basic up a notch with cropping, ruching, pattern mixing, and adding embellishments. By shortening the hem and adding feather trim, designers like Pierre Moss proved that the traditional wardrobe staple is capable of transforming into something that's anything but basic. Even if you already have a white button-down shirt in rotation, you may find the updated take on the classic to be a worthwhile addition to your wardrobe. Jewelry may be easy to overlook when you think about building an outfit, but that's about to change.
It's really what I'm on the move for.
Dr. Courtney Hammonds, a stylist and the program coordinator at the Art Institute of Atlanta, told Reader's Digest, always add at least one statement piece. It'll make your outfit go from good to knockout. And for 2020, big, bold statement pieces are the name of the game. Oversized everything from bracelets to earrings.
I like them when they're really big.
And I think it's better when they're enormous.
Celebrity stylist Samantha Brown confirmed to Insider, hoops are here to stay, and 2020 will offer them in all shapes and sizes. From big and bold to twisted and tiny, all variations will be fair game next year. Additionally, Brown says that, quote, sculptural jewelry like collar necklaces and bangles will be a big deal this year. Time to throw down on some pieces that really show off your personality. This year's all about the feathers, feathers, and more feathers. Feather dresses, tops, and pants hit the spring 2020 runway, and it won't be long before they flutter into your closet. Harper's Bazaar revealed that big designers, from Burberry to Valentino, embrace the feathery fashion trend. But of course, you don't have to buy designer to rock the look. And there are ways to pull off the style without looking like, Big Bird.
Oh, hello!
From feather trimmed dresses to ruffled feather sleeves, or even feather handbags, you'll be the coolest bird on the block. Soon enough, everyone is going to be getting their Cruella de Vil on. Polka dots peppered the runways of designers like Michael Kors for their summer 2020 collections. And the Los Angeles Times noted that the patterns help stoke a sense of, quote, positivity and optimism. But fall 2019 was already seeing spots. The Tommy Hilfiger and Zendaya collaboration featured plenty of black and white polka dots in the 70s-inspired line. At the time, Zendaya told Vogue, My grandmother has a lot of these clothes. Many of the looks were taken directly from her life. I'm looking to the effortless chic of that time period.
I surround her with our team and basically say, team, let her do what she wants.
The fresh, fun look of polka dots certainly does invoke the tone that Zendaya was going for. Hilfiger added, I know the shapes, I know the fabrics, and I know the look so well, but we've modernized it and made it relevant for right now. Get ready, polka dots are jumping back on trend for 2020. Considering that mom jeans are back from the grave, this one shouldn't come as a complete shocker. In the world of high fashion, the slouchy image of board shorts has been almost scandalous as a sloppy cargo pant. Steph Yatka of Vogue remembered, unboxing a pair of long floral shorts at my desk last year, I horrified some colleagues. But fall 2019 saw a big revival of the board short on runways for Louis Vuitton, Chloe, Miu Miu, and Chanel. Whoever said that fashion had to be uncomfortable? If the high fashion world wants to bring breezy shorts back as a fashion trend in 2020, we're totally on board. Parents everywhere are going to hate this 2020 fashion trend. No longer are bras hiding underneath tops. Instead, they're becoming the tops themselves. According to Vogue, Katie Holmes started the trend by wearing a cashmere bra while hailing a cab. Now models like Gigi Hadid can be seen strutting around with a bra and high-waisted trouser.
It's not a top. It's a bra. Oh, I know. Thanks again.
Vogue explains that the allure comes from the idea of a modern woman, reporting, the trend, though nothing at all new in fashion, also speaks to a certain kind of highly empowered woman right now. One who will wear a black lace falconette under a tailored blazer, a la Gigi Hadid, and head to a meeting. To nail the look, skip the underwire and throw on a flirty bralette or sports bra. Lumberjacks and Scots rejoice. Plaid is back. Fashionista pointed out that the movie Clueless had its 20th anniversary in 2018, resulting in many of the 2018 runways being, quote, share-approved.
Ugh, as if!
Plaid has since stuck around and has started to take on a life of its own as a 2020 fashion trend. The pattern has historically been associated with preppy, punk, and grunge styles, making it a versatile fabric for any wardrobe. NCR Fashion Book was not ignorant to this fact when they noted, Tartan's history tells a story about identity, which seems fitting for modern runway collections. This explains the variety of looks that featured plaid during Fashion Week. Whatever it is you want to say about yourself in 2020, this look will surely tell the story. Throwbacks are always going to be in fashion, so it should come as no surprise that the 60s and early 70s are taking over runways. Designers are bringing back the psychedelic patterns and free spirit style of the Woodstock days. Samantha Brown told Insider to expect, quote, lapels, double-breasted styles, and flared hemlines, and of course, bell-bottom pants. And when you consider the current social climate, the rebellious nature of past decades might actually feel more relevant than ever. Sarah Mower of Vogue Runway pointed out, it's almost beginning to feel as if the history of 60s and early 70s counterculture is replaying itself before our eyes. Since the election of Trump in 2016, the radical impulses of angry wokeness have started to metabolize, among some, into a search for inner peace and spiritual enlightenment. It's going to be a jungle out there this year. Safari fashion trends made some headway in 2019 and will continue to rise in popularity for 2020. Sarah Wasilak of Pop Sugar noted, it's a look that's up to your own interpretation. You might plan to take the sporty route in khaki-colored cargo shorts and sport sandals, and I could go for sharply tailored separates in shades of green, tan, or rust. You can also take the safari trend a bit more literally, topping a utility jumpsuit with a leopard-lined bucket hat. While the safari jacket certainly has its merits, safari style can be controversial. It harkens back to the late 19th century, when colonialist attitudes were in full swing, according to the Wall Street Journal. This year will witness just how modern interpretations of the trend will reconcile a difficult past with a socially conscious present. 2020 is all about being vibrant and loud as far as color is concerned. Perhaps that's why tangerine orange seems to be one of the hottest shades on the runway. As the New York Times reported, it's a sunny color to counteract all those, quote, gloomy headlines. Glamour magazine noted, tangerine and similar citrus shades are reminiscent of vacation, of travel, of escape. It's also just a really happy hue, which is the attitude we want to bring into 2020. Considering that 2020 is an election year, Americans on both sides are probably going to want any excuse to escape the political hum. It looks like 2020 is going to be a year where you'll want to stand out from the crowd and be seen in your favorite shade of fruit. Plenty of floral greenery evoking dense jungles and forests will be appearing on everything in 2020. Need proof? Jennifer Lopez stomped the runway of Milan Fashion Week in a gorgeous tropical green print Versace dress that echoed her iconic look from the 2000 Grammy Awards 20 years earlier. Fashion Week in general seemed to be taking a noticeable interest in sustainability and climate change, perhaps in response to Saint Laurent's controversial Malibu show, where the company violated a multitude of environmental regulations. But whether this interest is genuine or just another attempt to sell some clothes remains to be seen.
The environmental impact on the planet is just colossal, and I don't think we as the human race realize what it is that we're doing.
Whitney Bach, a fashionista, wrote, "Brands were focused on minimizing set waste without doing much to address the actual environmental impact of their clothing manufacturing, even though the supply chain usually makes up something like 90% of a brand's footprint. Nevertheless, the runways were ablaze with artistic interpretations and perhaps less practical application to preserve the planet. And thanks to fast fashion, it looks like that probably won't change anytime soon." Bach added, "The moments when designers look to nature for inspiration, think Versace's viral jungle print dress, while totally overlooking the fashion industry's direct impact on nature felt like missed opportunities."
Future of fashion has to change. It has to be ethical to people. It has to take care of the planet.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite fashion trends are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.